They didn't even blink when I noticed my bank account was lighter. $22,000 gone overnight. I asked calmly. Where did it go? My mother smirked, swirling the red wine in her glass like it was some kind of joke. Your sister needed Aspen, she said with that condescending tone. Relax, you'll earn it back. My father didn't even look at me. He just chuckled. Don't make such a big deal out of it. You've always been the provider, right? I didn't argue. I didn't raise my voice. I only nodded, quiet, calm, but already calculating. Because they had forgotten one crucial thing. The roof over their heads, the house they claimed as theirs, was mine. Entirely in my name. It wasn't always this way. As a child, I believed family loyalty was sacred. Gave they took. I studied harder than anyone, worked longer hours, built a life from nothing. When I bought that house, I thought I was giving them security, a retirement without worry, a gift to say thank you. But gratitude was never enough for them. They never paid rent. They never asked me if I was okay. They only asked for more. At first, I ignored the little betrayals. The borrowed cash that was never returned. The car that somehow ended up registered in my sister's name. The vacations they insisted I pay for, because you're the successful one. But Aspen was different. That wasn't survival. That wasn't need. That was pure indulgence, stolen straight from me. When I saw the bank statement, it was all there in black and white. Transfers, hotel charges, designer stores. My card had become their lifeline, and I had become their personal ATM. Something inside me hardened. They expected rage. They expected threats. But I've learned rage is loud and loud is easy to dismiss. Quiet revenge. That cuts deeper. The next morning I met with my lawyer. The deed was still under my name. I had paid cash when the business was thriving. No co-signers. No family trust. Just me. Then I called the realtor. By sunrise, the house was photographed, listed, and ready for buyers. The market was hot, it didn't take long. By the time my parents and sister boarded their flight to Aspen, laughing, clinking champagne glasses I had unwillingly paid for, the house was already on the market. By the time they were skiing down mountains and posting Instagram stories about family bonding, offers were already rolling in. 3 days. That's all it took. I signed the papers with a steady hand. No hesitation. No second-guessing. When they came home, sunburned, smug, bragging about private ski instructors and overpriced bottles of wine, their key no longer worked. I'll never forget the look on their faces. Mom's laughter died in her throat. Her smile cracked as mascara smeared beneath her tired eyes. Dad kept jiggling the lock, muttering curses. My sister stood frozen, her designer bags at her feet, confusion turning to panic. I pulled into the driveway, stepped out, and leaned casually against the doorframe. In my hand was the deed. You don't live here anymore, I said, voice calm, almost gentle. The silence was suffocating. Then Mom whispered, You wouldn't dare. Smiled. I already did. The screams came next. At first at me, then at each other. Questions, accusations, fear. Where will we go? What about our things? How could you? Every word only confirmed the truth I had buried for years. To them, I was never family. I was just a resource. And the best part, I hadn't even sold it to strangers. I sold it to a developer. Within weeks, the house would be demolished, erased. It wasn't just eviction. It was extinction of their false little empire. Dad tried one last time, voice trembling, desperate to sound authoritative. We're your parents. You owe us. I locked eyes with him, cold, unflinching. You drained $22,000 without asking. That was the day you stopped being parents. That was the day you became thieves. He had no response. I didn't celebrate. I didn't need to. Justice doesn't always roar. It settles quietly in your chest, steady and warm. When the movers hauled their belongings onto the curb, I didn't stick around to watch. Their cries, their pleas, their accusations of me being heartless barely registered. Because the truth is simple. Heartless would have been letting them bleed me dry until there was nothing left. Choosing myself wasn't cruelty, it was survival. Now when I check my bank balance, it's whole again. When I drive past that street where their house once stood, I feel nothing but relief. Because the cleanest revenge isn't fire or fury. It's subtraction. It's removing the parasite, and watching it wither without you. They thought Aspen was expensive. But the true cost, the roof over their heads. And I was done paying.